Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I messed up behind the scenes, but we're live. We are live after a draw. Said that many times this season. A draw. However, it, it comes in a game where we a draw means actually nothing to us, nor does it help Bologna. That's just the reality of the matter. And yeah, now we're in a situation where we're fighting with four teams are fighting for that fourth spot, and like just literally everyone can run away with it. It's just, are we gonna run away with it or not? That's what we're gonna talk about. You know what happened yesterday, and also a little bit today, and what we can expect. You know, going. If, I thought Bologna was the biggest game of the season, but well, apparently we have another big game, our biggest game of the season. Even though Tudor disagrees, which I want to touch on as well. But Norbert, how are you? How are you feeling after another scintillating performance?
Yeah, I don't. These dudes, they don't want to win. They don't know how to win. They don't want to win. They don't understand what's happening. So yeah, I'm kind of lost, and I predicted a 2-2 draw,
Yeah.
but it was actually a 1-1. But I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about it because I have many things to say.
Well, it went better than I thought it would go. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
So that's maybe a mini win, sad mini win. Um, I just want to throw, because you opened up by saying like this team doesn't want to win. I have kind of the same feeling because they find new ways
Yeah,
to throw it away. You know, from the, like, you get a gift from that goal, which is an absolute howler from Skorupski. So you get that gift, then you gift away a goal, and you don't, unpack the biggest chance in the game as well. If I tell you, which you probably know as well, but maybe the chat doesn't know, we lost 21 points from a winning position. Only Como and Venezia lost more points than us. I think that sums it up. No, I think that sums up why we are 3 games to play in a relegation at top four dogfight, and well, we're fighting with Lazio, who we play, and Venezia, who are playing to stay in Serie A. So it's not even in a given, but 21 points. That's unbelievable. I'm not, like, actually, to be still
yeah,
in this situation to get it is also telling, in terms of the teams we're competing with. 21 points,
yeah.
and it's still close.
Crazy, crazy. We don't deserve to be in top four, to be honest. Like, just look at those teams who are on this top three list. Uh, Crazy.
21 points. If you look at the, oh, what happened with the screen? Oh, my bad. Um, but yeah, 21 points. No, it's my bad. No, I messed up.
Okay.
I will fix it. But 21 points, 21 points is, like, if you think about the games we threw away as well. That's unbelievable. Like, the games we, like, if you go over the games that we actually, like, I don't know, like, yeah, literally threw away. Bologna at home, or like Fiorentina, Lecce, like yesterday. Because yesterday I came out of that game, and like, if you told me before the game, hey, it's gonna be 1-1, considering how we are playing and how
Yeah.
Bologna are playing, I was like, that's actually a fantastic result. If you're being sadly honest. But the way the game was going, I'm just extremely disappointed because, yeah, Fiorentina, Bologna had the possession and stuff, but Di Gregorio had nothing to do basically all game. To be honest, he didn't need to make any ridiculous save. Maybe that corner kick from Orsolini in the first half, where it was close. But other than that, they were never really close. And other than Orsolini, nobody looked dangerous. However, we kind of matched that in terms of we were never dangerous as well. Besides the Alberto Costa chance, which was it came out of nothing. It came off Colomani scrambling in the box a little bit here and there, and that's a ridiculous miss. And Cambiasso being offside for I don't know with 2-3 toes maybe. It was that close.
Yeah.
I was just pissed that we didn't do more. To actually win that game because we needed to win that game. We desperately needed to win that. If you won that game, you're basically in it. Like you're in it. Don't lose to Lazio and just kill it off at home against Udinese. That's basically what it would do. And we never really showed that we wanted to win that game. That was my frustration. Like I'm sitting in like this needs to be better. It's pointless. With 4 games to go, like nothing is gonna improve. Nothing is gonna improve. It's like show some more intent. But is this just the limit? Like, am I asking way too much to just show intent?
Yeah, I think you do, because this squad showed many times this season that they just can't. Like yourself, before the game, I was actually content. I would have been content with a draw because of our form, how Bologna plays all year, and everything we know. But watching the game, like the first 20, I don't even know, 22 maybe minutes, was quite good.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, and then we just shut everything off on the Bologna side and tried our counter attacks, and that's why we scored an offside goal, and that's why we had like some 1 or 2 chances. But overall, we played what we had to do after we were up. But these dudes they just don't know how to win. It's simple as that, and something is really wrong with their head. And if we win against Lazio, it's going to be similar to this game. We score 1, and then we try to defend, and then hopefully we score another one on a counter attack, and that's it. But yeah, watching this game, Bologna did nothing. They were not dangerous. We shut them off really good. And Savona, by the way, another scalp, another tick under all these stars he defended, stars Orsolini. But now Orsolini, the Quaradona, and the Leao as well. He put them in his pocket, so at least that. But I don't know. Somehow we need to win now.
Like the game in itself wasn't good. It wasn't good to watch again. Like it's not enjoyable. I think that's the least of our worries right now, because we're playing for next season as well. It's not just this season. I don't like in isolation. I don't care about fourth. I'm caring about next season, because it's the money. We're playing with next season rather than this season and so on. So that's my biggest issue right now. Next season. And when I was watching that second half, and the moment we can see, I wasn't like, even though Bologna were not dangerous, I was like, that goal is coming. Like, you're not playing. We are not built to defend a 1-0 lead. We're not that team right now. Like, we're just not. So I was just waiting for that one chance, that one opportunity Bologna get, that one whatever penalty, free kick, corner kick, whatever, to just put it away the moment you don't make it 2-0. You just stop playing after that 1-0, in my opinion. So it's nothing new. It's nothing new. And pre-game, when players were talking, and I was like, I knew what was kind of coming. And then post-game, like Tudor kind of confirmed that you can. I'm sorry, if you come out in this situation and you say it's a good point and whatsoever, and you say Lazio Juve is not decisive, then I'm like, technically it's not decisive. You can lose and you can still make it into the Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible. You lose and they lose out and you win out. Like, it's possible. I get it. But it is decisive. Like, it is decisive to keep it in your own hands. basically. I don't like that he said that because I don't care what he says behind closed doors. I don't care what he says behind closed doors. I've seen enough of this group of players to suggest that's how they're playing as well. It's not decisive. There's still next week. That's how it feels. There's still
Yeah,
another opportunity. At one point, there will be no opportunity, and you're just out. I don't want to go away to Venezia and needing a win to secure it because I can bet
yeah,
a lot of things on it. The chances of us doing that are slimmer than actually us beating Venezia away from home. You know, that's the reality of our
yeah.
squad right now. So I didn't like when he said
We
that.
Yeah, definitely. We needed 4 points out of these two games, and we have one. So against Lazio, and just look at the standings. What four teams are fighting for this fourth spot, and
Yeah.
all of them are like within 1 point. Uh, no, we need to win. Simple as that. If we win, I feel a lot more comfortable. But even then, depending on how Venezia plays out, maybe they're gonna be already relegated by the time we play with them. So that would be nice. But I don't know.
If we
We
win,
need to win.
if you win against Lazio, and again, it's a big if you win, obviously, um, you're in. Like if you mess that up, I don't know what to tell you. Like if
There's a Bologna Roma, right?
there's no, I think it's Milan,
Atalanta,
it's
Milan.
Atalanta, Bologna, or I don't know what it is. I think it's Atalanta, Bologna, and it's Milan, Roma, maybe
Mm.
still to come. I don't know. Like I don't know, but anyways, people in the chat will probably know because they can check. But in any case, I mean, if you um if you win against Lazio somehow, I have no idea how you're gonna pull that off. Like literally, I have no idea. And you still mess that up, then I don't know what to tell you. Like if you cannot beat
Yeah,
Udinese at home and get a point away to Venezia, I'm sorry, what are we actually doing? Like what is the point of all this basically then? So in theory it sounds simple, but it nothing is simple for us right now. Like it's not simple for us to go
yeah,
to Lazio, and I also do not want injuries to be a thing because I don't care about that right now. That cannot be excused. I don't care. Like you put yourself in that situation. I don't want to hear injuries. I absolutely do not want to hear that because all teams have injuries. Like it's not just us. So I don't really care about that, in my opinion. I don't like Tudor's that I don't like that Tudor's bringing that up in this case. Like we are not in a moment where anyone is going to show any sympathy for you bringing up we're missing players. No fan cares. Like if you want to be the type of fan who's always optimistic, even though you know it's not good, then yeah, you will care and you will use that. Oh, we have injuries. But if you actually care about the club, you do not care about that excuse. Actually, you call that out. Like it's 4 games, 3 games to go, fighting for a life. I don't want to hear about injuries. Like I actually do. After the season we had, that's the last thing I'm caring about. So when he brings that up, I'm like, nah, I don't want to hear that. That feels like another excuse these players can use. And actually, Savona did use that post game. Said we're young and we have a lot of injuries. I'm like,
yeah,
stop it. Like no fan. Like read the room. It feels like they have no clue what the fans actually think, as well. Because the moment he said that, nobody cares that you're a young team. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares you have injuries when you are losing to Parma and stuff like that. You're not losing to Parma because you have injuries or you're young. You're losing to Parma because you are rubbish. Like you were just bad.
yeah,
Really bad. It's not because you're a young team or you have injuries. You were just bad, period. It's just I think they feel comfortable in using excuses as well, which I do not like. And that's what this team reflects. And maybe a lot of people thought when Tudor came in, it will change. It's not changing.
yeah.
Like he's not a magician. He's not. Some of these players are who they are. Period. It is what it is. It's not that Tudor comes out and that Cambiaso's like, oh, forget about what happened in January. I'm gonna turn. Like, it's not gonna happen. Or Vlahovic is gonna start scoring goals again. Or Conceição will start beating his man consistently. Like, it's not gonna happen. Kelly's not gonna magically be fantastic and stuff like that. It's just not, mckennie's not magically start balling out. Players are who they are. But
Yeah.
you know what it is? I can go with if we were good, if these players showed they were good and then they had an off period, it's like, what? That cannot be the case, you know? And the new coach comes in, you're like, they have been good, you know, it will come back. They've never been good. So there's nothing to come back from, if you know what I mean. There's nothing to go off to say Tudor comes in and he brings the old back, you know, to the present. There's no old. Like, the old was bad in itself. So what is he trying to revive? That's when we signed Tudor. I was like, it's gonna be the same because I'm not really sure what people are expecting. I'm not really sure what people were hoping for. And again, even yesterday, I don't think anything would have changed if we kept Mota. I think the results are the same, to be honest. Win, draw, like, it's the same. Like, yeah, we lost a couple in a row with Mota in all competitions. But in general, it's kind of the same. And when people say, I see clear improvements, that's not true. Maybe you see a thing here and there, but there's no clear improvement. It was impossible to see in clear improvement. So there's also no need to actually lie about it. Like, it's still bad, you know? Yeah, you can say we're a bit more solid, maybe, but the out and out package, the end of the day, at the end of 90 minutes, it's the same feeling. It's not good. We can lose, we can win, we can draw. You never know. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So 3 finals for Tudor to figure it out. I don't know how, but figure it out, basically.
Yeah, I think somehow with hard, I don't know, hard foot. I don't know. For example, me, I love Vega, and I would pay. There is no amount that I wouldn't pay for Vega, to be honest,
Really?
because every time I see him, every time I see him, how he is fighting, how he's trying his best, and yeah, I really love that dude. But also yesterday, my son played really well, and
He did something weird, Vega, in
it's,
the first half.
which one? Which one?
When Tudor was, when Di Gregorio was coming out, and he was like, he just passes it to him, but there was a player, like,
Oh, yes.
straight on him.
And
I was like,
Di Gregorio had to make a dribble. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that? Like, that's just
Yeah.
kick it out. That was weird, but right now, like, for me, I said my piece. Like, I said what I said. You know, with the players I want to keep, I'm not gonna cry over. Like, I'm not gonna make a. You know, for example, how do I need to put it? Locatelli, for example. If a big offer comes in for Locatelli, and the club's like, we're gonna, or like a big offer, a respectable offer, let me put it that, and the club said, we're gonna take it, I will not be mad about it. Now, if the club is like, we're gonna take it and we're replacing him with, I don't know, Vieira from Porto, for example. You know, I'm just making something up. Then I'm like, no, do not sell Locatelli. Do not do that.
Yeah.
But if the replacement is good enough, and that goes for a lot of almost every player in this squad, I will be okay with that, if that makes any sense. You know, I need to see what it will be post, you know, moving on that player to say, okay, I'm okay with it, yes or no. But in general, like I said, I do not like the squad. I don't. Alex saying we'll make top 4 by the skin of our teeth. The level of teams fighting for top 4 isn't that good, to be honest. All 4 teams are not something to write home about. Well, Roma are on a ridiculous streak. I think they won like 8 games, 1-0 in the last 10 wins or something.
And
so
it's crazy because we had the chance to actually beat them.
And remember when people like, I'll go back to that, and actually I should be petty and go back into the comment sections when people are saying it's a good result and be happy. I'm like, no, like, it's a direct rival. How do I need to be happy? Like, you're not putting them away. You're just letting them hang. And actually, they're on level on points right now. So I knew at the
For
time
me,
it wasn't good. How the game went as
I had
well.
the same feeling with that game, like this one. Before the game, I was like, okay, their form is insane. Whatever, we are horrible. The players are bad. They're mentally weak. A draw would be okay. And then after watching the game, I was unhappy.
I was unhappy
But
from the get go. From that second half away to Roma, I was like, no, like this Roma. If you're not gonna attack this Roma on this day, then I'm not sure
yeah,
what the point is
yeah,
of playing this game. Actually, you know, settling for a point. That's not. That's the only way I'm gonna accept that if you're playing an opponent and they're just much better, even on the day, and I'm like, you know what, just take it, or you need a point to qualify. Other than that, looking at that game, that Roma Juve game, that second half, and say that point is good, that's a lie. Like for the situation, if
yeah,
you were 10 points clear, you were not winning the league, who cares? But the situation we're in, no, it's not a good point. It's like drawing against Lazio, Roma winning, and you're like, that's a good point. It's not a good point. Roma surpassed you. Like, it's not a good point, But anyway, if Vega wouldn't try to block the shot, Di Gregorio would save it. I agree, but, Thuram's goal was lucky as well. So, I mean, yeah, we need some luck in this situation. Like I said, Cambiaso, it's inches, and I don't like that because in the past that was never, offside and nobody would care about it, but that's the rule. Like it's important.
yeah. The
And
VAR needs to be changed because this is getting ridiculous.
it will
Inches.
change. It will
It is.
change. But right
Yeah,
now that's the rule and it is what it is. Like he was off.
yeah.
Even though I agree that losing to Lazio doesn't mean we won't make top four. My prediction is that we won't make top four if we lose to Lazio because other than yeah, we're not making top four. But I said that I don't know months ago, 2-3 months ago, maybe. I don't believe in this team, so that's that. Bologna has Milan and Atalanta, or is it Roma? I have no idea. I got them all messed up. Lazio have us and Inter. I know that. I think Roma have Milan. That I know for sure. Still to play for. And I think Bologna have. I don't know. Like I have actually no idea. At this point in the season, everyone has injury. Very stupid excuse. Yeah, that's that. Roma hasn't lost in 25. Yeah, but they could have in the second half because they were really poor. Does anyone think that Tudor will keep his job if he makes top four? I don't. The only possible game for Tudor is in addition to his resume that he made top four for his next job, and that's it. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be here, nor should he be here, in my opinion. But I think that's something to worry about in about a month or so, 3-4 weeks.
Let's just make top four, and I don't care.
Well, right
Nah,
now I'm not really worried about that.
yeah.
It makes no sense to really discuss it. Let me rephrase it because it's still a bit too far away. I might say. Let me check because now I want to see. Oh, when do they play? Do they play on Monday? That's crazy. If they play on Monday, Atalanta play Roma at home, and Bologna play. I have no idea who Bologna play. Bologna play. When do they play? Do they play Friday? Bologna play Milan away, and I've been watching Milan today. Yeah, they're done. Like they're just focusing on that final, and that's it. Why would like they have nothing to play for? They're winning. I know they're winning, but they should have been down a couple of goals to be honest. But anyways, we need to look at ourselves. We need to win. That's as simple as that. Is it impossible to win away to Lazio? No, it's never impossible. You never know, but I mean, it's more likely that we will lose than win that game. Like right now, it's more likely that we will lose than that win that game. Anyways, let's go to individuals and stuff and news surrounding these players as well because they are trending. Gatti is one of them, but he's not playing, so I mean it's not really a need to discuss that right now. But McKennie, he's been in the news past week, because of a contract extension that's probably going to get done this month. um, pay raise, more years to the contract, and
Yeah.
you know, and it's not just for mckennie. It goes for a lot of these players when it comes to contracts, and debating it with fans. Right now, the situation we're in right now, I'm talking about right now, 25, 5th of May 25. You cannot say, you need to keep him because he's a good squad player. We do not have a good 11, and he is in that starting 11. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you can talk about squad players when we have a good 11. When we do not
Yeah.
have a good 11, and you're talking about players to be good squad players, but they are starters right now. Do you understand the situation? Do you understand how bad the situation
Yeah.
is? To make that statement and think it's a positive. It's not a positive. Right now, if you think these are squad players, you need to cash in on the squad players so you can improve the starting 11. Forget about the squad right now. We need a starting. You need to start somewhere. You need to start somewhere. You start with the starting 11. Then you build a squad. We
Yeah.
need better starting quality, period. And in a team that I want to see, we all watch Champions League, we all watch other teams. He's not nowhere near that quality. And the moment you say that, what about Gonzalez? What about this? I want to talk about Gonzalez, but he's not up for a contract extension right now. He's not a
Yeah.
topic to discuss right now. If there is an offer for Gonzalez, I will come on and I will discuss that. And I'll say, take that offer, for example. But that's not the news. The news is this again. And I said it last summer when the value was high, cash it. And he had a purple patch, and people like, you see, you were wrong, and clipping things and putting things out of context. I'm like, it's the same player. His dad can put out 1,000 tweets blaming teammates and coaches. It's not making him better or worse. It's not going to change anything. He's playing, it's watching paint dry. Nothing happens. Like nothing happens. Actually, I have no idea what the point is right now because he's out there,
Yeah.
just out there. Like he's just out there. Maybe you can say what he offers, what Tudor is asking him to do, but I don't see any value. Value that helps us win games. Let me put it that way. I don't see it.
No, I don't like the Gatti extension. I don't like this extension. These are not Juventus quality players, and they had enough time on their contracts. So I'm completely against this. I mean, okay, mckennie had 1 year left. Yeah, great. Sell him this year, this summer, and buy someone who actually does anything. And yeah, I don't understand. I really don't. He's gonna make what, 3 million or something.
About that, yeah.
Um, yeah, I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
I think no, like, yeah. I mean, and I also do not want to hear because the media is using that as well. Oh, but he starts for every coach. Wow, every coach that gets sacked, like Allegri
Yeah,
got sacked, Motta got sacked, Tudor will probably get not extended, whatever you want to call it. They're all playing him, but they're all not out of a job, basically. That's not a positive. Like that's not a thing to throw in the mix. When you say, oh, but that player, like for any player at this moment in time for a squad to say, oh, but he's starting. Is that telling? Look at the players we have, the squad
yeah,
we have. With all due respect, Savona shouldn't be starting. He's starting. Doesn't mean that he is a player that should be in our starting 11 if you want to compete again. No. Like, like that's just the reality of it. And it gets worse when you watch Champions League tomorrow, Inter Barcelona. It gets worse. That's the moment you
mm,
look, you sit back, and you're like, damn, you know. And that's a moment where I hope like a lot of fans wake up, and it's like, it's actually not good enough. Even though I like certain players here and there, if I need to be honest, they shouldn't be here. It's not good enough. I was watching that Barca game and I was like, man, imagine our backline playing this game. Like that will be probably record breaking result wise in the
Yeah,
Champions League semifinals. It would be a bloodbath. It would. Like it would. There's no need to then come out and say, "Oh, but that player can stay." I don't get it as well. Like even when we were winning stuff, that club when we were at the top, we were ruthless as well. And even if a player wanted to go, Vidal, you know, we had and that like we had. There's no like we saw Vidal. It's not like but Padawin can do it. Like no, like you know what I mean?
yeah,
But because that's kind
yeah,
of the same thing. Oh, but throw Padawin in there. He will do a job. He's like it's not good enough. That was not the standard we set. So we moved on. We found other solutions. This is the standard we set. If you accept it, then yeah, mckennie, good, whatever. If you don't accept it, I think you're on the side of it's time to go. It's time to cash in. It's time to move on. So I don't get it. We don't have 11 great players first, but we think about the squad rotations. Then we think about the squad rotations. I agree. If our goals just get top four, then yeah, some of these players might do a job, but this is where we are right now. Is is this what we have become? Yes, that's what we have become. Uh, how has Weston McKennie been? Poor, just poor. Technically, what I've always said, extremely limited, no matter the position he plays, and it's frustrating. Like, maybe it's just me. If you're technically limited, then you need to be Gattuso to make up for it. Like, you need to be in my face for 90 minutes. You need to. I need to see what you offer. Like, really, with my eyes.
yeah,
I don't see it. And then on top of that, you're limited technically. And when I say technically limited, I'm not saying he's tripping over his feet and stuff like that, but it's so basic that it's just not good enough. Like it's not gonna help you win games in possession. So again, and that has nothing to do with a coach, a teammate, it's just ability. That's the player he is. Period. And I'm not. I'm never gonna accept that. I'm never gonna accept that. We moved. Like we as fans moved on players in terms of get him out who were better, by the way, in the past. But we wanted him
yep.
out for a certain reason. So it is what it is. I guess we will see. He's gonna stay, but I'm so confused. I'm actually so confused. I'm not gonna lie. So there will probably be a
Y-
patch next season where he has a couple of good games and people are like, you see, you're just a
Yeah,
hater. He's good. And I'm like, okay, we're going to do this over and over again. Like, I mean, how old is he? 25, 26? It's the same thing over and over again. So,
yeah. He came here with the hopes that he actually have some potential, but that was how many years? How many years? 3 years already, or
Pirlo season.
wow, yeah,
That's uh that's a long time ago because we had 3 seasons of Allegri and this one, so 4 years ago.
yeah. So 4 years. He was 22 with some potential. He was cheap,
Yeah, he was cheap.
upside, rotational piece whenever, whatever, and then he starts for Juventus. Sad.
To me, that's crazy, but that's just me. I guess. Okay. But yeah, that's our situation right now. So the league is what it is. We're all fighting to um, for. Oh my god, I cannot believe we're doing this again. Like fighting for top four. Like it should have been sealed and done with so long ago. Like 15 draws. Like I don't know.
Mm,
Like come on.
yeah,
Like 2, 3 more wins and it would have been sealed. And that's not even asking a lot, in theory.
like
But
only if we beat all those teams, like let's say below 13 or 14, we would be in easily.
yeah, like you shouldn't lose to Parma. You shouldn't draw at
Yeah,
home against Venezia, give it away to Lecce, Fiorentina, the way you
Lecce,
give
yeah.
it away. I mean, so many weird. Like it can happen once, and you can win a game in the last second or salvage a point in the last second once, twice. But if it happens like 21 points, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. 21 points is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So yeah. How do you improve if you spend resources like that? I don't know. I know I know, but you know what I mean. Yeah, um, it's a shame every season, every season. It's a shame every season is another top four battle, another Arsenal. Um, I mean,
Wha- Slowly, we are slowly getting there. To be honest, like
yeah,
this is the fifth season without winning.
yeah. I think they haven't won the league for like 20 years ago, 20 years.
Slowly, slowly, it's already five. Come on,
Yeah, but I mean,
scary.
um, they haven't won the league. Yeah, they're in the Champions League semi-final, and again, that's good. But Dortmund made the final last season. You like it happens,
Yeah,
Uh, but like we can never be compared to Arsenal because yeah, they have more. They have a bigger fan base, because that's how Premier League works. But club-wise, it's not even close. We shouldn't It's actually a bit disrespectful to be in that comparison, I guess, in terms of like history and stuff. But yeah, like the moment people, I think the difference is with Arsenal fans actually accept it. Top four was like, oh, we made it again, and they were
yeah,
like fantastic. I don't think this fan base will ever accept that. Um, like they did, for example, because Man U fans are not accepting it because I think they just have higher standards because the club, like I said, they're bigger, they're more successful, they have been more successful in the past, so it's different. Also,
yeah,
winning 9 in a row helped because even the younger fan base have seen 9 titles in a row, so the standard is well winning. Obviously 9 titles, it's not gonna happen, but like the standard is winning. You know, that's the standard. However, I have a feeling that some are more, how do you know, are more calm approaching it in terms of like, oh, if it, give it a bit more time compared to maybe me and you, where it's like, okay, time is up right now. Like something needs to happen. And I'm just gonna keep calling it out. Like I said, like I've seen 9 in a row. Why would I settle for this? That
yeah,
makes no sense. That makes actually no sense. So
yeah. And we've seen back-to-back Champions League finals. We've seen a great team, and it's. And you know what? Nothing really will change because I just don't believe the management will change up top. So, and that would be the first step for me. So it's really scary.
yeah, I mean, obviously, because if you read the newspapers and actually you don't even need to read the newspaper, just feeling how things are going and how our squad is built, excuse me, with a lot of loanies and players who are not on long-term contracts and all those things, you just feel it's gonna be in a big summer again where I don't want to actually do that. Because it's just you failed. You had an insane summer last season, and you're gonna do it all over again. That's never a good sign. Like it's a bad sign. I don't want to do that, but it's gonna happen by default. Depending if you get Champions League, it's gonna be maybe a better summer. If you don't get Champions League, it's still gonna be a busy summer, but in a much worse way, I guess. I'm not really worried about because I've seen that players saying, "Oh, you play Europa League for one season, I'm not coming." I don't think that's an issue being a club like Juve, no matter the situation we're in. I don't think that's an
Yeah,
issue. The issue is getting those players financially over the line. That's going to be the issue rather than players
yeah,
saying, no, I don't want to play Europa League for a season. Like, I don't think that's the massive issue because we can pay the wages. It's just the transfer fees what's going to be. Because I'm just saying, who have we been linked with? That's, for example, Osimhen. Osimhen is not going to say, I'm not coming because you're playing Europa League for one season. If we give him, and I'm making this up, 10 million euros a season. But if you give him 10 million euros a season and we play Champions League, I don't think that's gonna be the difference for one season. That was what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. But again, on top of that, I don't want to watch Europa League. I'm sorry. Um, I don't want to watch it. Like this season, I maybe watched 3, 4 Europa League games. That's it. I don't really have it on, but like really watch it. Like I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. Like it's not fun. It's not good. It's not the same. You know, it shouldn't be the same.
Yeah,
But like it's we
I won my UEFA Cup and my Cup Winners' Cup back.
if we
Those were fun.
we've won it and that's it. Like I don't need it anymore. Like like you know what it is, if you're in it, fine. Like win it, I guess. Like you're in it.
Yeah.
What's like you need to
If you're
win
ready
it.
to, yeah, yeah,
But I also see people saying, "Oh, well, you're not going to win the Champions League. Just go into the Europa League and win it." I'm like, nah, that what? Like I don't get that as well. Like we shouldn't be in the Europa League, not because
yeah.
we're poor, but that doesn't mean I want to be in the Europa League or the Conference League. It's unwatchable. Imagine this football and us playing Europa League football. Like,
Mm.
come on. Like, I actually might skip games for the first time ever. I'm not a Juve fan, so I rarely see them. What has actually went wrong for them this past couple of seasons? Oh my god. Which club do you support? And thanks for subscribing. I need a we need a 5 hour
Portsmouth?
5 hour.
What is it?
I can maybe. We need a 5 hour show to discuss all that. Like, at the end of the day, too many changes, you know, and too many people wanting to have control, and at the end, nobody has control. That's basically it. And no, and now
And
everybody's in control.
FIGC's witch hunt and UEFA's witch hunt and so on and so on.
Yeah, I mean, um, I absolutely agree. No, that's yep. Let me see. We won't win the Europa League either. Well, we failed to do that 2 seasons ago. So yeah, we failed
Yeah,
to do that with Conte, you know, as well. It's not winning about the Champions League. It's about the status, money, and attracting the best talent we can get, while also gaining stability. It's very important. Of course, we won't win it, but it's not the point. Yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, if
yeah,
I'm I'm not gonna settle playing Europa League because we can win it. Like, if that's the case, then I'll start supporting this club, and I don't know. Like, why waste my time? Like, why waste my time? I'm never gonna lower my standards. I like two seasons ago we were in the Europa League. It was horrible. It was
yeah.
horrible. With all due respect, it was horrible. Thursday, 7 o'clock. Oh, now they changed. It's also 9, but like 7 o'clock, playing. I don't know who the hell did we play actually. In France,
None.
Nantes, and then it was a Freiburg. Or
Freiburg,
New,
yeah,
Jesus, it was awful. Like with all due respect, it was horrible. It was not enjoyable. Like even watching the games and scoring, it's different. Like it's not the same. It's not the same feeling. I can understand Fiorentina fans going all crazy about the Conference League because it's Fiorentina. Like that's their level. Europa League, maybe Europa League
yeah,
should be their level, but they've never been consistently in Europe. So I understand them taking this, the Conference League, you know, because they're also not a team who are consistently in Europa League. It's 1 year, yes, 2 years, no. That you know, like it's up and down. So them
yeah.
being in there and being excited about it, I get it. They've never seen anything better than it. That's it. But for a Juve fan, like that come on. It's just horrible. Um, I'm glad that I'm old enough to see Juve win the Champions League. Well, I'm not. I've seen
Yeah.
the pain. I've seen the pain of not winning it, but
Yeah. 96, 97, and 98 were beautiful and also painful because, we lost against Dortmund and against Real Madrid back to back in the final. But yeah, that squad, my childhood squad.
even the year after that semi-final against Man U,
Yeah, 90. Yeah, yeah.
I like
Oh, that was painful.
I was a couple years old, you know, so I have no like I have no idea. I
I
can
remember.
talk about it because I've watched the games now, you know. yeah, offside goal against Real. You beat Dortmund in the group stage, and then for some reason you lose against them in the final when you're clearly the better team. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
So against the 99 Manchester United, I have vivid memories of watching it with my mom in her bedroom, and Inzaghi scoring, and I was running to my room, and I had a big poster of Inzaghi, and then I was slapping it hard, just to not go through the semi-final. Wow, sad.
but like I've not witnessed that period, obviously, but that's the team we were, you know. And even if you fast forward, like teams were scared to face us. Even under Allegri, you know, when we got back to being respected in Europe, people didn't like to play us, you know, for a good reason. We are so far off that. I feel like every week people are calm about playing us, you know, attacking us, um,
Yeah,
showing no fear. Like that's painful. Like it's actually painful to see Parma attack us, for example. That's painful. That shouldn't be the case. We should be the one attacking them. It's the other way around. That's painful. So I don't understand how people can accept that, how people can be happy about that. Like it's just, it baffles me. Like
yeah.
I cannot wrap my head around it.
Actually, comparing us to the Manchester United downfall is more realistic than Arsenal, to be honest.
Yeah, because they won one and then they took a no, like they just dipped out. Like the last
Yeah,
time they won, it was just a stale dip. Since then, from there, excuse me,
yeah,
we've done the same. We've done the same. We haven't reached their lows. It's not been
yeah,
that extreme, but
yeah.
who knows? Like the only thing that's working for us is we're still the richest club in the country, but it's just being
With the richest
mismanaged.
owners.
Yeah, it's been mismanaged. It's been mismanaged.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, that's the problem right now. So, anyways, let's see, man. Let's see. I've had enough for tonight. I'm going I'm heading out. I'm going to bed. Need to wake up early to get to work and do this all over again tomorrow. You know, building up towards Lazio. So it's almost Tuesday over here in an hour or so. So it's getting close again. You know, which is good because
Yeah,
I'm want to get it over with and done with. It's more. I go into the Club World Cup. It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be much more relaxed if we actually make top four. But anyway, it's still gonna be chill. You know, like watching the games is gonna be chill because I don't really care. No expectations. The
yeah.
period and the news around it is probably not gonna be chill, but that's something we need to worry about then. And people, I haven't asked, so hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, the people rewatching this because more people rewatch and join live. So hit the like button as well and subscribe. But yeah, Norbert, thanks for joining. I think we will speak again on probably Sunday. If not, then it's gonna be
Sounds good.
Monday or unless maybe
Yeah.
Friday. Maybe Friday. I need to see how things go, and then we will talk about whatever at that point and what's gonna come out this week. You know, is Gatti gonna come back? Maybe, maybe not. Is Cold Miners going to be back? Maybe Vlahovic. Maybe is that gonna be a difference? Who knows? I'll talk about that during the week building up to Lazio. But yeah, people. Anyways, thanks for watching, joining, subscribing, and yeah, have a good day. Speak to you guys